Welcome back. Second half just a few moments away in Treviso. In the build-up to this one, the Italian Federation President Marzio Innocenti, well, he stressed the value of playing at Stadio de Monaco, where Benetton have well, achieved some great results. 7th in the United Rugby Championship. And they've got their 3 home games this year. And over the course of that first 40 minutes, Dowie Morris, they look well placed to potentially make a bit of history, because they've never beaten the French.
They have,
at this level
15 times, something like that. So there is something that they could strive to, but incredibly evenly balanced. Italy have to be clear now and direct, I think, for the 8 or so minutes that they're down to 14 guys, but they don't need to stop playing. You know, just have that clear message to everyone. France just need possession. I think they only got 38% possession in that first half, so that's that's key for both sides. But we're in for one heck of a 40 minutes.
France get the second half underway.
Some more.
Change has been made for France at half-time.
Leave the leg.
Lomig Joanny has made way for Oscar Jagut. La Rochelle has gone into things, and it is, we mentioned the fact that Italy are down to 14. They lost Aminu towards the end of that first half, but they're certainly not missing him, judging by the forward that the Italian pack have achieved there, and they've got the penalty advantage.
That is absolutely exactly what I'm just saying. Be clear to everybody what they're doing. They caught the kick-off. Brilliant play from Attilo. The second row just set it up, and they bided the time. They just got everyone round the ball. They nudged forward. This is a slight knock-on. It doesn't matter. You're playing advantage anyway. They're up to the halfway line. This ball will be pumped somewhere between the 10 and the 22, or even into the 22. That's a good kick, and that's it. They are taking the clock down, but look at, they're getting territory again. Well led from the captain.
It's a brilliant nudge from Sante. Didn't have the best of angles, but it's now the role of Cotrini, who's sent a couple on the outside shoulder. It's something the referee is watching like a hawk.
Will you go again? Get that ball in the van and just drive it forward.
Bring it down through Mattioli.
That's one.
French trying to drive around the corner. Nushi, one of those involved. They do manage to break. Gallerini is in there trying to drive. They've got another penalty advantage.
2 blue.
French can't cope with them in that area.
Well, sorry, Nick, they'll just go into the midfield now, just go into those posts, and then the options open it left and right.
It's going to be a pick straight through the middle first, though. Batara had a sniff before as well. Gallerini standing over it. Batara's having a word with his...
It's balls available.
Tight head prop.
I think it was Mattioli again, the big second row driving forward. It's the hammer ball. They're hammering at this line.
Gallerini makes it a couple of metres. They decide to play it away.
Still got advantage for White.
Three telling them they still have the advantage.
Yeah, this won't be going out for some time.
Gallerini really backs his power.
1 blue offside.
Now it goes against.
We got a new advantage.
Blue in France. Oh, this is going to be a little nudge over the top to attempt something a little different. I'm not entirely sure the thinking they fancied.
So you've got to sit the penalty. Wait. You've got an option. You've got to collapse small over there.
We're listening.
Or you've got an offside number here, over here.
That's not the greatest option from Batara, the scrum half there. He's just thrown the ball away. They were on another advantage, so the forwards are battering at that line. They've scored a couple of tries doing that. The line-out's going well, so I just think he didn't need to pull that type of trigger that quickly.
Given the forward dominance, albeit they're down a man and it doesn't seem to be showing. No. They've thrown 2 line-outs, crooked. So why go to the corner? Would you not go scrum there?
That's exactly, well, yeah, but I would have just carried on playing, because again, the referee's given a yellow card to Italy for a misdemeanor. You could actually buy a yellow card as well as a try. You just kept it tight with the forwards, but
he's academic. He's got the throw.
It is indeed.
It's Quattrini.
Well, he's the guy that's in charge of this game at the moment, at the back, in charge, driving the van.
French trying to get over the top and get their hands on it. Gallerini plays it away to the right. Such an abrasive player, so hard to stop. Loves to carry.
Use it!
Wants players to get in his sidecar and help drive him over. Got to arrive up, though. Now the solid drive. The cheers of Forza Italia come from the stands once more.
Use it!
3 points behind at the break. Straight back into the French
Use
22.
It, White.
Samuele Tadei, man who's had to come on for Aminu.
There's not a great deal of width from the Italian backs, that's for sure. They just want this ball, I think, well, they're forward to do all the work at the moment.
Certainly looking that way. They've gone close to the line once more. Oh, and now they're diving in on it. Referee is trying to get a look.
Once again, Mr. Tempest will be called.
Time off, please. I don't have a clear grounding, do you? Okay. Tempo, TMO. On-field decisions, no try. I don't have a clear grounding.
We are going to the truck, and Mr. Ian Tempest will have to review this.
Yeah, got that, mate.
The number of bodies
decision,
around
no try.
it. Just wonder
We'll check the angles.
if we're going to have an angle to see it.
On-field position from the referee, no try. So basically, if that's held up, it's going to be a drop out.
Yeah.
Drop kick from the line. So you can't hear the TMO up here. But here it is. It's the last movement, is it? Here we go. It's the tight head prop. Gallerini. Oh, I can't see out from there, can you? So on field, there's no try.
Yeah.
I have no clear grounding either, mate.
Okay, so there's no clear grounding. It'll be a scrum white ball.
Well, that ball is down. It's whether it's over the line. No, it's not. It's the next
No
movement
try.
now.
Scrum. Still attacking ball. No. No.
Oh, so they get the scrum. I thought it would be held up.
There was no. Okay, sorry. Sorry, my bad. Goal line dropout.
Thank you.
Well,
come on, ref.
Yeah.
You're getting paid to make decisions, mate. That rule changed about a year ago.
Just hold time, please.
moment to forget from referee Reuben Keane, who did get the advice from Anthony Woodthorpe. Your instinct was right, Dowie. That's why in those situations you've got to drive and be absolutely sure of the grounding. Odiaze with a stunning carry.
God, he carries hard, doesn't he?
Equally stunning defensive hit, though. Batara has got the call on the left side from Sante. Carlo May coming back in field was taking Enzo Benmagal.
This is where your decision makers now, your 9 and 10 comes into play, because basically you've got to look for some space. Defenses are so good and you make the mistake. Oh!
Played the ball on the floor.
Ironic cheers from the crowd. They didn't like that penalty, a try awarded, and the yellow card from it.
And in fact, it looks like it actually came off an Italian player. It was a knock on.
Just hearing the yellow card's just about over, and I think the refs. Here we go.
You. Time off, please. Substitutions.
So there'll be a chance for Louis Panvin to await. Sorry, for Samuele Tadei to await this return.
Okay, just keep holding the throw. Time's still off.
Aminu comes back
Come
on.
in and
It'll
set,
allow
please.
Matteo Rubinato to come back on as well.
4 in.
Well, Amino, he's a big lump
time
again.
on.
Roberto. Oh, sorry, Rubinato scored that try again. He's a good asset. I just say in the back row. So again, it's direct rugby from Italy, but that's the way it's worked for them. And they keep going forward. Grabbing into the midfield is the thing. Now they go to the left.
If they splinter the French defence anymore, there won't be any more blue shirts to drive out.
Well, that's got to be a yellow.
Yeah, it's 8.
Got to be a yellow for 8.
Castro Ferreira maybe on borrowed time here. The Italians trying to use it, trying to find some room. Douglas brought to ground. But we're coming back.
Number 8. 8. Too many more collapses.
And it's the Stade Toulousain man who wears the yellow.
Okay?
Well, you live and die by the sword. I mean, he's given one.
Okay,
Again, it wasn't dubious. It probably was a professional foul early doors. Samino, but you know, the Yates there, he's been told to get away, get away, get away. He doesn't. He brings the ruck down, the rolling maul down into a ruck situation. The advantage is played, and now really, again, it's another visit to the 22. Italy have to come away with points. France now down to 14.
Well, no sooner do Italy get up to the full 15, as Dowie Morris says, France go down to 14, and this is Italy doing what they've done best in the match. The forwards driving.
Advantage.
Another advantage. Italy replacements are just beyond the dead ball line, willing it over the line as they do crash closer. Is it over that time?
Held up.
That time it was held up, but we come back for the penalty.
Yeah.
Time off, please. Number 7.
Oh, 7's going as well.
Oh my
it's
goodness.
all going on.
Lenny Nucci, the Montpellier man, probably within a minute of the previous yellow card, is now joining his compatriot.
Number 7 collapsing.
Well, you don't need to be Einstein to know what Italy are going to do. Into the corner, says Sante. Again, the penalty, you're playing advantage.
4 subs. Number 4.
Looks like in the process, Charlie Gambini is also going to be relieved of his duties as Bastien Chinaro, Perpignan man, comes on.
Actually, that's good coaching, that even though it's sort of 30 seconds, it just lets them calm down a little bit. They're under the cosh of France. We know what Italy are going to do. And here they go.
Taken by Pietro Turisi. Counter drive from France on the man from Racing 92. It's really good defence. In fact, Potrini's having to work really hard to keep hold of it for Italy. And it is going to come back for the home side. They pop it up for Odiaze, who has carried so bravely for them over the course of the 51 minutes. France down to 13, defending with everything they've got. The forwards so confident in their abilities, it's not going to the backs. But now the backs start to switch direction. Batara, it's going to be shipped along. It's going to be the try for Calomé. Italy get their 4th of the match and will get themselves back in front early in the second half.
Well, it's gone a little bit loud around here, isn't it? You can just see all the Italian bench were warming up, trying to keep warm behind the post, and they've just erupted as well as that try goes in from May. He's delighted, but again, it's one for the forwards, one for the donkeys. They've deserved that. Referee decided to go to France down to 13 players, correctly so. Again, misdemeanors happening, getting on the wrong side, stopping those Italian catch and drives, and eventually they do crash over, but it's the 15 that does it.
Made his debut for Clermont against the Stormers in the Champions Cup a couple of weeks ago, Francois Calomé. Scored against Wales and Scotland in last year's Under-20s Championship. How decisive will his score be at Treviso to open this year's campaign? And there's been a story of pushing conversions wide.
Is it the conversion? Yeah, I don't know whether the 3 conversions he's gone wide or was it 1 a penalty. It doesn't really matter. They're missing points there, but they're not missing 5 points here. May goes in. It's just a numbers game, isn't it? At the end, numerical advantage for Italy. France just walk into the halfway line. The clock is not their friend. They want to get their men back on the field. They don't want to leak any more points.
They are 6 points that Sante has left out there, and it's not as if they've been tricky conversions, is it? This could be a 28-20 game.
I hope it doesn't come down to that, because he's a good player and everyone wants to blame certain, you know, if the throw's not straight, it's the hooker's fault and the kicker. Yeah, but you're right. That's why you played not the big bucks in a sense, but the higher you go up in your career, you will be. If you are the goal kicker, you have to nail it 80%, 85%. See the referee now saying, come on, get on with it. They're trying to get that clock down. It's a good game. The thing for Italy, don't stop playing. You've got to make this advantage now. You don't get opportunities like this very often against France, which they haven't beaten for 15 times.
Not sure we can say it enough. Opportunity for history to be made.
3 victories last year in the under-20s. Beat England, brilliant. Beat England, beat Wales, beat Scotland. Can they possibly dream of beating France in this year's under-20s?
Real aggression to win that line out as well. Carlos Verlesi getting the hand to slap it back on the Italian side. Batara had some time on a development contract with Toulon. Scrum half. It's back with Tarrell. France will look to try and play with Gigoux. Oh, Tarrell was under all sorts of pressure.
First knock on. Okay. First knock on by white, then by blue.
Crowd certainly appealing for the knock on from France, but the observation from the assistant was that it was off white first.
I'm choosing man of the match tonight. That's our host, but that guy making the tackle, Mattioli, and hopefully I pronounce his name, he is absolutely everywhere. Not only commanding the line out, catching and being the one who sets up the catch and drives. You know, he's there Jacqueline, he's there putting pressure on the 9, which is key. He's the distributor for France. He's trying everything.
Marcus here.
France side, I think, are backing their 3/4 line and the finishing ability of the likes of Maël Moustin. Perhaps a little more than the Italians are backing their outfield runners.
No, they're doing well. Yeah, they're just being cagey and they're being cute. That's good play from
Bind. Okay. Bind. Okay.
The loose end. He's just gone up. You're allowed to do it because there's a safety element in that. If I had my way, the clock would be stopped now until that ball gets in and gets out. But anyway, I'm not going on that soapbox to do that every time. But again, it's good. It's good. Thank you very much. It's good for France, but frustrating from Italy. They need, they want to try and get another score while France are down to 13. This will go in and straight in and out.
Wow, look at the shove from the Italian pack. Tarrell does well to get it away, and it's through the hands of Raffi. And now, can they find room for Atisogbe? Wrestles his way for an extra metre or two. Tarrell will look back in field for Matteron.
Advantage.
Then played for Liu Fu.
One wide offside.
It's going to go against Aminu.
No advantage. One offside.
That's perfect for France. Under pressure in the scrum, but they bit down on the piece of leather. Got the ball out, just went to that left-hand side, came back in. And again, Italy can't stop themselves getting off that line, which has been so effective all night, the line speed.
3 points.
So they will take 60 seconds. There isn't a clock, and that's something else the World Rugby's working at.
We've just seen the likes of Thomas Lacombe.
That was called from the touch, sorry. So that was called from the touch judge, but again, they'll just take their time. Should only take 60 seconds, but it'll be longer than that.
And look, for all of the noise and passion and forward grunt we've seen from the Italians, this goes over and the French will still have the lead, playing as they are with 13.
That's what good sides do, or good coach sides. You don't have to be playing well, but just keep in the game. Roll with the punches.
Thank you.
That one will not bisect the uprights. Italy hold on to the lead.
The ball likes to go right tonight, doesn't it? It's happened quite a few times, 3 times for Italy, that time for France. But again, as far as France are concerned, Italy are in the 22. They have to kick out. Will they put some height in it, or are they going to go for distance?
Santo's going to send it as far as he can. He's going to lead his side to try and follow up. It's going to be Atisogbe to try and chip it over the advancing Italian line. Has it been knocked forwards from the French fullback? Yes, it has. Knock-on was actually 10 metres in front of where the Italians are now, so it's going to need a decent clearance for the referee to call advantage over.
Bench.
It's just going to skip across the floor, and was lost as well by Tom Raffi. Mathieu. Outside Deporter. Terrell. Just a momentary hesitation from Gigout. Wasn't sure whether he was playing it out wider or not. Mathieu. France just with 3 down this side. It's going to be the little chip through, and well, it might work out, but it's Aminou who's got himself back there, and solid tidying up work from the Mogliano Veneto prop.
France are doing superbly well here. They're down to 13 guys, and this hasn't been a slow game. This has been a pacey game, and they're playing this superbly.
Penalty. Still got advantage.
Nicely tapped back, then back into the hands of Aminou. Gallerini is down with cramps. Such has been the effort from the Italian forwards. It's that man Mattioli playing it away again. Then Berlesi who goes to ground. Better quick ball for Italy. Oh, and is that going to skip? Which side of the 22 flag? According to the assistant, it's just going to be the wrong side as far as any 50-22 might be concerned.
Okay, time up, please.
Gallerini is down, and in the process, the French look like they're planning to bring on the cavalry.
Yeah, 50-22 would have worked there, but unfortunately it didn't. Keep the ball in hand. You got, and again, a numerical advantage.
Thank you.
France are going to bring the cavalry on now. I think obviously the Italian bench are looking to get on as well. Getting to that crucial stage, last 20 minutes now. Oh my word.
Okay. Time is off. Yes.
So Lacombe comes on
you, Nick,
for
with all the subs.
Lucas Zamora, scrum half is on for Simon Terrell. And we have the 2 yellow cards returning as well. Lenny Nushi and Mathis Castro Ferreira.
Time is off.
Is there anyone I haven't given a shout out to that I should have given one to?
Yeah, just keep going. Just go through the numbers.
Axel Desperes is onto the field as well.
I can't hear you because there's this announcer in the stadium so loud.
I'll be having nightmares about it later.
Don't worry about it. We've got a good game here. This is no nice mile. 2 points in it. 20 minutes to go, 18 minutes to go.
Quattrini.
Okay,
just keep holding him.
Just hold.
New hooker. Needs to get this sorted.
Okay. Time is on.
Keep it simple.
Oh, yes.
Bastian Shinaro. Manny brings it down. Turpin, second row replacement.
Advantage.
Those 2 yellow cards coming to an end brings France back to the full 15. There's another advantage is played. Oh, good Lord, look at the single drive back there from Odiase. France will look to try and play and tiptoe down the touchline and keep it alive.
Still got advantage for blue.
Penalty advantage still being played, and they might have a chance to try and put some width on it now through Deporter, and then Atisogbe gets the offload away, and a little bit of wriggling from Ben Megal keeps the ball alive once more. French replacement scrum half Zamora just looking down the alleyways to see if anything would open up. They shoot out of the line to try and see what might be on. The tackle comes in, the ball is spilled, but the referee will decide
6 wide, changing bind.
That's all the advantage that we're going to play. We'll come back.
Yeah, penalties going up now from the Italian side.
6 wide, changing bind.
Which just helps, obviously, France. And France will keep playing. It's just their way of doing it.
Time is off.
You know, it's not stupid rugby. There's no stupid 50-50 passes. Good hits in the midfield. But it was deemed too quick and off the line too fast.
Number 6, changing bind at the Moor. Okay.
Given what this Italian team have had to put in after the half-time and up to the hour mark,
yes,
they've only got themselves those 2 points ahead. And it does seem a little bit like a few of them are needing attention, getting cramped. Hope for the Italians' sake that they've got enough left in the tank to see this through to the 80.
Well, yeah, that is a worry, but they've just got to keep believing. This is what you've got to experience. You've got to expose yourselves to games like this against France. You know it's not going to go off in the last 20 minutes. All these guys are uber fit. They could run 180 minutes, let alone 80 minutes.
It's fair to say, though, the weight and power of the man leaving the field, Gallerini. Not necessarily a like-for-like replacement, but certainly onto the field for Italy. Nicola Gasparini plays his rugby at Stade Francais, and we saw a bit of Samuele Tadei.
Yeah. He's coming, he's coming.
We can't go until Amino's gone off.
And a belated change, eventually Amino coming on.
He's just milking the crowd, that's all it is. Come on, big fella.
Wanted his own applause. Alex Valentino Artuso is on. We have a new Italian front row, is the long and short of it. Artuso is, well, 6'3" in the front row, 126 kilograms. The Treviso-born man, so
yeah.
Not too bad a replacement for
Line.
Gallerini in the end.
Line.
Here we go then, France. I don't think this is going to see much daylight outside the forwards for a bit.
Brilliantly won by Italy. Timed it to perfection. The story now is going to be what impact these replacements make. Oh, Batara's looked to try and go himself and knock it on. He stayed down and holds his head because he knows that that is the sort of composure that we saw lacking at moments in the first half. And when you're protecting a 2-point lead, Dowie Morris is not what the rest of your team want to see you do.
Let's go.
And he won't want to watch that again. He's made two glaring errors now. One was to kick a ball away when they were 2 inches out from the line.
Stability.
He should have just kept it to the forwards, and there is no way in the world he needs to be breaking from there with this scoreline with 20 minutes to go. That just handed all the advantage back to France. But he'll learn. Again, this is what it's about. It's a learning process, but he will know deep down. Wrong decision. Now, will France make him pay for that bad error?
Axel Desperes, Section Paloise fly half is the man waiting for it from a real rugby family.
Far side
number 22, but it's actually Zachary Afan who we're seeing eat a bit of the turf.
Well, the Fan's legs are so far back. You've got to have your legs right underneath you. I'm no expert on scrummaging, but it was just see he's got a long back there. That's why the referees come around this side.
Long bind.
So Ruben Keane's come over to have a look.
Bind!
Italy have got Jacopo Boturi warming up down there. He's got the number 23 on his back, but it's not an outside back replacement. He is another back rower. And
collapse.
You could just see Lucas Zamora wanting to
we need to come this way, please.
If anything was going to be awarded. You can also see down below us the enormous shape of Maino.
Okay.
Kihi Vatao.
As I just said, height up. Height up, please.
Late
I'm
in.
going to still stay on this side, stay here.
For Simatoga. He is no small machine either.
Yeah, I've just spotted him.
Crouch!
He's grazing on the touchline at the moment. He's built like a cow.
France looking to try and get a shove on. They haven't had much at scrum time all game. That's really the first time we've started to see it. And then, the no-look pass isn't going to go to hand. The ball will be kicked away. But we're coming back as France are just starting to show how those replacements might take effect.
Again, it's a good bit of coaching. It's either come from the coaches off the field, or a direction has happened from one of the pack leaders, because again, it's that first time they've won anything from the scrum. Because what happens is Italy think they become, okay, we're quite passive, there's no problem, we're not going to get pushed back. Basically, their back row come off the side without putting any weight in, and all of a sudden France have a double move, push forward and win a penalty, a crucial penalty to put them back in the lead. There you go, you see. Good communication, good coaching.
Turisi is just getting some attention Be a little jar of pickle juice alongside him as well.
My side, number 1. So you. Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
Desperez then.
He doesn't want to push this right, which is the vogue tonight, isn't it?
Yes. His chance.
Thank you.
To show a bit of accuracy.
He's got it.
No problem from Axel Desperez. First attempt, 1 out of 1. France take the lead in the match for the 3rd time. Italy 22, France 23 now.
Substitutions. Send them on. Send them on, please. Substitutions. Send them on, please.
And a few more changes to boot.
Everybody's on.
So France making the change. Zachary Afan leaving the field, and it is Pakihi Vatal who comes on. And then Andrea Bruniera is coming on for Nicola Bozzo. And Jacopo Poturi is the man wearing 23 who has come into the Italian back row.
Well, who believes the most? 15 to go. 15 to go. That guy's been outstanding for Italy. Alex Mattioli. Mattioli, just at the heartbeat of everything. The captain's gone off. Quadrini, so it's up to the bench. Well, it's a 23-man game, as we know. Yeah, it's the go-to man. Get the ball, and off they go.
Oh, and they're going to go down the short side. Nice option with Gasparini. Certainly a more mobile hooker. Interesting option to bring on. Samuele Tade. Not the quickest ball, though, for Batara.
Well played, France.
It's decent now. Where is Laconde going? Wants to take it back into the bodies. Not entirely sure that ball was meant for Castro Ferreira, but he plucked it out of the air and set up camp.
Use it!
Allowing Zamora to try and make the clearance, but in fact he's not been able to. The charge down will mean it falls into the hands of his opposite number. And Batara can now feed his team in the France 22. They've got to arrive legally and in support here. Behind on the scoreboard once more. Really solid drive in the hit there from Nushi.
Well, the two decision makers for Italy, Sante the 10 and May the 15, are just almost standing one behind each other, just saying to the forwards, you go left and right, we don't want it at the moment.
It does eventually find Sante. Gasparini makes the carry. It was more of a catch and fall. Look at the effort to try and rip the ball away in contact from Giroud. Out from Mattioli. France shoots up. Options not quite presenting themselves for Brunieri. Italy have actually lost ground from having been inside the French 22. They're a good 12 metres back from that initial position.
But that's the risk you run when you go, you go farther wide. People can't get to you quick enough.
Good pick-up from Artuso. He was nearly in the gap if he'd have been able to receive that in the breadbasket, but he had to get down onto his bootstraps. Another big collision. It's a bit more like it from Gasparini. Oh, it was a little bit of
agreed.
A lack of clarity.
White, second by blue.
And for all of the huffing and puffing.
I was just going to say, for all that energy, they got nothing out of it at all.
First by white, then by blue.
Again, it's getting a little bit fractious. They don't quite know, do we keep going one out with the forwards? Do we keep doing that? And then every time they go out and push the ball through the back,
time off, please.
They get further away from the support, and mistakes are happening. Yeah. Again, you're just going to have your conviction. Stability. They just need a bit of full bit of field possession. Italy and equally France now just need to get the hands on the ball, which they will do.
Okay.
It's the first Italy-France match in the under-26 nations in Italy since 2019. It finished 31-35 to France that day.
Okay. Time back on, please.
We've got an equally tight-looking scoreline.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
They're hoping to get a little more out of that scrum, but they're not going to get it. Going to be invited to play. Taken out of the air. Good follow-up. Douglas initially. Lendrunier.
Use it.
Batara. He's not a man who believes in the quickest service for Italy, is he?
No, but he had no one really to pass to, because you don't want to go through the backs again and get isolated. He's just waiting for his forwards to come back.
Use it.
But look, in the 70th minute, they've done a hard scrummaging session, so they're a bit leaded leg coming back, so that was the time delay.
Odiaze.
To Maul.
Following up. Maul is called.
I think they may have got that, Italy. They may have held him up.
They're still starting to go forwards. France have managed to get that to ground just about. They risk losing possession if they hadn't. Is it just going to open up in the midfield? It looked for a moment like Matteron was seeing a chink of light. Italy have just come a little bit too far forwards, but good positioning from Douglas to get back and take it. Now that goes into the air. Oh, in fact, it's gone out on the full. 10 minutes on the board.
Time off, please.
And you just sense the belief is sapping from the Italian legs as quickly as the cramp is arriving.
And again, it's at what level do these players play? You know, majority are associating the French side to the top 14. There isn't that strength. Just two professional sides in Italy. So again, yes, it is going to play a part. Your heart and your bravery can only take you so far. So it's the professionalism maybe of France. So they just need a talisman to stand forward. Oh dear.
Well, Gasparini was going to be the man. He knocks on.
Advantage.
Then another knock on.
He's made an impression since he came on.
Certainly has.
They've got two good hookers out there.
Filippo Lavorenti, incidentally, is
time off, please.
Man who has come on for Carlos Berlesi.
Number 9. Sub.
Lavorenti with the number 19 on his back. And now it will be the number up for Sebastiano Batara.
Much better.
As Filippo Bozzoni from Calvisano comes on. He was actually the man who started the friendly against France when they played each other in January.
Much better, yes.
Yeah, like I said, Gasparini, the reserve hooker, is a handful, as was his captain, Quadrini. They've got a good future, those two.
Please.
But again, the clock's ticking down. Nearly 8 minutes, just that's all we've got. I think the stadium clock's a little bit more. Say 10 minutes. We'll give it that. France will be wanting to buy a pen here.
Balls at the back.
Referee doesn't want to make that decision. Desperes will be the man to try and tidy it up. He's definitely got the sort of hairstyle to play fly half. That is just going to run towards the touchline.
But a lovely little kick, lovely chip over the top. Again, keeps the pressure. You're playing in the right areas.
Time off, please.
You've got the advantage
14.
just by 1 point, but it doesn't matter. You are forcing Italy's hand now as the clock goes down. They've got to get themselves out of here.
Time off.
Yerim Fall is making his way onto the field, and it's going to be Maël Moustin who makes way.
In and set. No, not yet. Get in and set, please. Okay,
Nature of the under-20s games, they will try and empty the full bench if possible, if you're thinking that this is an endless run of replacements.
So the decision just to pop the ball around the back absolutely works superbly. Again, Italy coughed the ball up.
Oh, and it might be on down the short side. It was a good run from Nucci. I think he thought all his Christmases had come at once. Oh, but it might have worked out for Castro Ferreira. He was there to make the most of it. And France with the chance to turn the screw with 9 minutes remaining of the match.
There you go. Again, pressure, pressure, pressure. Who can deliver under pressure? And you've got to say France.
Fourth try for France. Italy had already wrapped that up. But now the visitors pushing themselves to a 6-point lead with the conversion to come.
Crucial conversion.
Yeah.
Get this, goes to 8 points. Converted try, obviously 7. So that would mean Italy having to score twice. But the way this lad kicked the last one, it's as good as got. But again, pressure. They say pressure's a privilege, isn't it? But it all depends how you deal with it. Slightly different when you're going for the kill to actually just trying to get the ball away from your area. And Italy coughing that ball up in the line out.
Desperes.
Oh, he's missed left.
Leaves the door invitingly open for Italy. They will need a converted try if they're to win the match. Fortunate bounce through there, but Castro Ferreira was there for the try.
Well, the crowd are trying to lift their charges at the moment. This kickoff is so crucial. He's got to get this up, hang time. The chaser's got to be absolutely bang on and get this ball back.
Douglas has gone herring after it. Oh, and he's looked to try and compete, and has he even managed to hold on to it? Oh, he hasn't.
Yeah,
well, you've got to ask the TMO for that, surely.
Gave it absolutely everything, didn't he?
Well, whether you can ask that, he's caught that.
If that didn't hit the ground before he regathered it.
Oh dear, we've got everything. Everybody's coming in trying to appeal. Like I said, if you've got that restart, look at the position. Unfortunately, it's not a white put-in, it's a blue put-in. The game changes on one decision. Well, on a lot of decisions, obviously, but you know exactly what I mean.
Big moment, certainly.
Yep.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
France have lost just once in their last 9 Six Nations under-20s matches. Desperes from inside his 22. Wants it to get out of there and send Italy back towards the halfway line.
Yeah, good exit. No danger in that at all. Just a wiper ball to the left. Now, Italy still got plenty of time. 5 minutes or so. They don't have to go for the kill. Their forwards have been superb all night.
Certainly been keener to use the replacement forwards in the loose a little more than they've tucked it up the jumper, which they were so effective at doing over the first 60 minutes. Line out is well won.
Yeah, they were desperate to set them all up from that line out. Unfortunately, again, it's Casparini. Like I said, he's fantastic around the field, but unfortunately his arrows are not as good as the captain that he's replaced.
Samuele Tade was on hand to make the first carry. They're definitely getting much quicker service at 9 with the replacement. Bozzoni into the field, whipping it away. Does so again into the hands of Odiase. Crowd don't like the French bodies potentially lying on the wrong side.
No, advantage.
Bozzoni does eventually manage to milk the advantage out of the referee in terms of giving a penalty.
Yeah, just take it. It was a movement in the centre, and then actually France just lay it all over the ball carrier, which is something you're not allowed to do. Well, he wanted a finish, and we're going to get one. How brave are you, Italy?
Francisco Carlo May.
Not that brave. You're asking a heck of a lot of your forwards. Mind you, if that ball goes out in the full, you lose the whole situation. That's the penalty. Conceal enough, and they'll buy that. But again, I'm sure they will catch and drive. That's what I would do. 3 minutes or so.
Well, it's a match in which we've seen 3 yellow cards. It's decent that in the last few minutes, with everything on the line.
Yeah.
Advantage.
They sacked it and they got a pen against them.
We are 15 against 15. As Dowie Morris says, penalty advantage being played. Ball quickly whipped away, had to be taken from behind him by Giovanni Sante. He's only got 2 options outside him. The Italian fly half.
Oh,
and now
you stupid person.
it's now another penalty advantage as Odiase makes another carry. Back in from Mattioli. Just took a moment for Bozzoni to get there. Now it will be the pen.
10. You can have
3 points is of no
here.
interest at this stage.
No, they've got the bonus point. Both sides have got 4 tries or so.
Offside.
Again, he wants the initial pen, which is good refereeing. You're allowed to, because there's been 2 referees. One builds up on the other. This is an easier kick
18 blue, collapsing.
for Sante, right onto the fight. He wants to put this 5 meters out and then ask his forwards to do what they've been doing for most of the game. Very well, just catching, driving. It's just outside the 5. I think it's about 7 meters to go. That's when they've been brought down.
Okay.
Italian forwards
Keep it up, please.
will have wanted
Keep it
Francois
up.
Calomé
Keep it up.
to give them as many meters towards that try line as possible. They have to get the line out right. Oh, taken at full stretch from Lavorenti.
I think you might see the backs coming in here in a minute.
There's a big shove. Can the replacements do what the starters were able to do earlier? They drive again. They want to avoid being held up over the line. Where's the ball?
Just there.
Advantage.
Now there's a penalty advantage. They flick it out to the right, cutting back in field. French defence doing everything they can to hold the ball up. We're coming back for the penalty.
Okay.
Clock ticks down towards a minute left on the clock as Italy look for 7 points to win it. The initial 5,
offside.
obviously, the first requirement. Into the corner we go once more.
Here we go. The passion is up. The crowd are going, they're on their feet. The noise is getting better and better. Can Italy deliver? Really, they've got to crab towards the post to make the conversion, but they've got to get the try first. It doesn't matter. Throw is not good, but oh no!
Yeah.
First knock on
by blue.
was by France.
By white.
Oh,
In the line out on the
Gasparini and Lavorenti were looking for the link up once more.
Both ways.
France got in to
Scrum.
disrupt.
it was, absolutely. I thought it was just an Italy knock back and then driving forward. Oh, my word. Never a dull moment. Now, who's brave enough? I don't think Italy is strong enough to take him over or get a penalty try, because they brought some heavy artillery on. France, does the tuckish like scrum half fancy the blinds? I don't think so. I think the attack will be more in field.
The volume goes up in Treviso.
Set!
France with a huge shove. Penalty advantage is being played. Oh, that could well be another one. The high tackle on Bozzoni. Of course, if they are to score, they need it as close to the post as possible. It has to be 7 points. Any score in this wide channel. Is it going to be the try?
Held up, we'll go back to the penalty.
Clock is in the red, but we have a penalty for Italy once more.
Well, they've got to go in the corner. They will have time for the line out. The Odiase has been outstanding. Open side flanker. That's slightly high. That was what the penalty was for. It's a seat belt. It wasn't malicious.
Question is, from an Italian point of view, do they feel like the Gasparini-Lavorenti link is their only line-out option currently, given fatigue? Because the French can read it all day long.
They can, so they have to do. Again, you're in camp a lot. You've got all the expertise and all the coaches. This will go into the clock. France are trying to buy some time. Not time as in the length of the game. It will be up after whatever happens at this lineup, but they've got to go into the corner. It's what they've done all game. They're good at that. And then just hope they get the try and give themselves a chance of the conversion.
Loose head.
So they don't get the conversion without the try, so you go into the corner and just get it sorted. As soon as they've done that, they'll just tap and go. There you go. What do I know?
An old school tap and go. They reverse the direction to come back in field. Not a bad suggestion as Artuso lays it back. Then another pick and go. Odiaze is in there.
If they score, this place is going to erupt.
Odiaze staying on his feet. He's being held. His forwards trying to drive. France put the pressure on. Another pick back in field. Now they're going to release it. Trying to carve his way back in is Passarella. Italy driving as hard as they can. Have they maintained possession of it here? They come under the shadow of the post. This is where they'd like to score it.
Hands behind.
History in touching distance for Italy. The under-20s have never beaten France.
Go right.
Odiaze.
Advantage.
A penalty advantage being played. Treviso in full voice once more. Now they fling it. Is there the chance in the corner? Italy get the score through Matthias Douglas. 5 points will take them one behind. There is a monstrous conversion attempt required if they are to make new records in the under-20s championship.
They are going upstairs, I think.
So please don't
they just want to check.
90 seconds, please. The ball's been kicked away.
Or are they going upstairs? It's all happening out there because it was a muted celebration from the forwards, Italy forwards.
We need a ball.
They were going for it.
Please.
And again, if they'd have just crossed the line there, that was a give me two. That was the game. As it is, what a conversion attempt coming up now.
Interestingly, they're not handing it to Sante, who's pushed everything a little wide. It is going to be the Mogliano Veneto man, Andrea.
Yeah, he's down. That's fine. So this is it. This is it. The moment of his life so far.
Italy, a point behind. And I will hush my voice as the Treviso crowd go quiet as a church mouse. Bruniera. He's pushed it. He's curled it round. Italy will come that close to making history. But France, having gone down to 13 in the game and withstood everything that Italy threw at them, have come out victorious.
Well done, boys.
And it says an awful lot about the character of Sebastian Calve's side. Their patience and their composure. You have to feel for the Italians. Hugely emotional for them. What a statement they've made. But what frustration and sadness at having come that close to not quite get it over the line. Working so hard together as a pack to try and get that score under the posts. Within that huddle, David Odiaze, outstanding Italy open side, has been named the player of the match. Look at the emotion, though, on the face of Giovanni Sante. They'll live to fight another day. But what about that France side? Given an almighty scare in Treviso. Four tries scored by Italy: Berlesi, Gallorini, Rubinato, François Calame. France with 2 tries in the first half, Moustin and the penalty try. Castro Ferreira onto the score sheet as well. We came very, very close to Italy making history in Treviso. But what a nail-biting start we have had to the 2023 Under-26 Nations. It finishes in Treviso. Italy 27, France 28.